That was the light bulb moment when I was like, wait, why doesn't something like this exist that we're complaining about? Hi, I'm Natalie Barbu. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Rella, and I'm also a content creator. So Rella is a digital workspace for content creators, and we really want to help content creators with their entire workflow. So starting from the content idea to the execution to even keeping track of revenue and keeping track of brand deals. We really want to touch all aspects of the creator's workflow and kind of be their assistant while they're trying to do this full time and to grow on social media. I started as a content creator back in 2011, and it started as a hobby for me, and it eventually turned into a business as I was making more money. I was working with brands. I started building even a team. I had a manager that came on board. I had an editor that I would send my videos to, and I realized this was actually a business. I remember talking to a friend, and we were complaining about what we were using as content creators. And I was just complaining that everything is so disorganized, and I don't know how to, keep myself organized. I'm using everything's scattered through email, through project management tools, through scheduling tools, through spreadsheets, and we both had that same problem. And that was the light bulb moment when I was like, wait, why doesn't something like this exist that we're complaining about? Because instead of using 10 tools, I would love to just use one. And so I just got a sheet and I started writing all my ideas. And I started just brain dumping everything that I wanted this thing to look like. So that's when I had this business idea of creating Rella, which is a digital workspace for creators to manage their business. And I became obsessed with ideas. And so I started taking action right away and just researching. And then a few months later, Rella came to life. I think when I was first starting out, I was entering college, I was doing this thing, which was really weird at the time. 10 years ago, social media was not cool. So I would just tell myself to just have confidence in what you're doing. And if you have an idea, actually go for it and be proud of it too. I think there is a generational difference with my parents' generation and maybe grandparents' generation of entrepreneurs versus Gen Z's generation of entrepreneurs, because Gen Z has social media and we have the internet at our fingertips. I think we don't limit our, window of opportunity to kind of just what's around us or who we know. We now have LinkedIn where we can message the CEO of a really cool company and, ask them to sit down on a Zoom call and talk to them. We see what other people are doing all around the world. And so it makes us feel like we can also do that. I've always been someone that balances a lot of either different businesses or different hobbies or interests. And so right now I do content creation, I have a podcast, and I also have Rella, which is my startup. And for me, it's fun to do all of these different things because it's something that if I'm interested in something, I want to go after it and I want to try to do it. And they're all intertwined within one another. Having multiple streams of income is important because you don't rely on just one thing and you're able to kind of see different avenues within all of these different projects that you might be doing. If I never started multiple social media platforms like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, podcast, I would have never had the idea for Rella. If I didn't have these multiple streams of income as a content creator, I would have never had the idea to even start this as a business. I think it's really important for any small business owners, any content creators, anyone starting out in this space today to have some sort of plan, because it's not going to be viral growth. It's not going to be a road to, catapult you to success right away. I think it does take a lot of time and it can take a lot of time. There's, of course, the success stories of going viral on TikTok right away and, selling out all your products or all of a sudden being able to do it as a full-time career. But that doesn't happen for most people. Most people have to have, years or under their belt before they see a difference or see, major success. And so I think having a plan, having a consistent structure, making sure not to give up if the first month doesn't necessarily go the way that you thought it would go. Being my own boss and being self-employed and working for myself is the best feeling. You have so much freedom. I mean, even though I like to have structure, I like to have a routine, I try to, log on at a certain time and log off at a certain time, just the freedom and flexibility of being able to choose your own schedule, to work when you want to work, where you want to work, and also to be able to build your own team. And, you have the power in doing that is the best feeling. And I think just that freedom that you have is like the best reward for working for yourself. I feel really, honestly, very proud to be a tech founder because I think there's not a lot of tech founders that look like me. There's not a lot of female tech founders. There's not a lot of Hispanic tech founders. There's not a lot of young tech founders, I feel like. So it's really, honestly, it's been really empowering to see the influence that I've had on my community, that a lot of people that follow me now, similar to when I was back in college and, they followed me for engineering content, they now follow me for startup content, and they feel like they can also do what I'm doing too. They can also take the leap and start their own company, even if they don't have all the skills that they need, even if they don't have all of the, the background that they think is gonna make them more successful, or maybe they feel scared to do something because they haven't seen people that look like them go down that same path.